G'day guys, this is a super quick one. This one is using leftover PINKFRESH Studio Happy Blooms collection heirloom paper, and I'm also using the PINKFRESH Studio Delightful Flourish paper, and I was down to just the last couple of bits. Now what I'm trying to do is use up some of the bits and pieces that I've got so I can justify buying some more fresh new papers. So this particular collection, I didn't have a lot left, so I decided I was going to try and use it on a layout. Now I am using my large doily punch. I don't know who, I got it from Lincraft, so I assume it's a Lincraft brand. It doesn't have anything written on it at all, but it's a large doily punch. And I also have my small doily punch as well. So that one I bought quite a while ago, and I got that one from Crafts Online. So it was fantastic. I love this. I love this punch. Every time I do this, I actually want to go along and weave something through the holes. I want to do it every single time. And yeah, so it's super duper cute. I love how this is going. I wanted to use the colors, but I wanted to make them sort of in like a rainbow falling kind of vibe. And I wanted it to be sort of a textured pattern. I only had one sheet left of this particular paper. So if I totally muffed this up, there was no salvaging it because I didn't have another piece. I always have, that is something, if you want to get to know me better, something I always do is I like to have 2 sheets of, every time I buy paper, I buy 2 sheets of it. Especially if it's fussy cuttable, I will do that as well. But yeah, so, but because I'm trying to use up what I have, so I can buy some new stuff coming into 2024, I had to bite the bullet. I love this paper. I love the colors of this collection. This is this is my little bag that's left over of my PINKFRESH Studio stuff. These are different collections, and that's all I've got left over of them. So I wanted to sort of use them where I could. Now this particular pattern, now stick with me. Don't disappear. Trust the process. I know that yellow in the background is super bright. I'll show you how we deal with that. I like the pattern. The pattern works. I know these are 2 completely different collections, okay? But they're PINKFRESH Studio. So usually what you can do, what you'll find is with a company, their superseded collection usually will be able to be crossed over with the new collection. You know, like Vicky Booten, she does that a lot. She has a lot of the very same colors running through their collections that are crossing over. So if you invest in buying the whole collection, you can quite easily switch it over and work it across 2 different collections. Now I know that yellow is a lot brighter than the yellow on the leaves, but by putting the white acrylic paint over the top of it, I've muted it down. If you don't have white acrylic paint, you could use gesso, you could use you might even have some picket fence distress ink. You could use that. You could use, let me think, gesso. I said gesso, didn't I? You could use some texture paste maybe. You could use some watercolor. Any of that, just to sort of mute that. You want to see the pattern, because I like the pattern, but because it's not the exact same yellow, I didn't want it to sort of overpower the layout. So as you can see, you can still see the pattern, and I do something towards the end of it that actually, so it kind of draws your attention back to the pattern, but in a more toned down color. So I am going to town here, and I love this new tape thing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Sticky thumb tape lifty uppy device. I love it. Now, these photos, I was just trying to leave them in one row. Sorry, I have to cough. So sorry. I have a drink and I've just been sipping it the whole time. I'm doing like 5 voiceovers in a row because I don't know if tomorrow if I'm going to have a voice at all. So if I don't have a voice, at least I've got the voiceovers done. So I've got a week to get over this now. So I'm going through with my distressing tool and I'm just roughing the edges up a little bit just so that it creates extra texture. Now, like I've said, I'm trying to be mindful about adding lots of foam thickness, but this is a way you can add that shadow. See how I just bent the edges up a little bit? And because I've used the distress tool, it's kind of sitting up now. So you're getting that little bit of shadow there. So you've got your texture, which is awesome. I absolutely love that. Notice how all of a sudden it's just looking like colors. It's not really looking like leaves. That's what my intention was, and it worked. I think it worked. So you can see that they're leaves, but because I think last time I used this paper, I think I used my white Posca pen and I kind of drew on them to really enhance the fact that they were leaves. Whereas this time I'm not doing that. So, yeah. Now I did use my T-square ruler to get these straight. I know normally I eyeball stuff, but there's some things you just can't eyeball. Now I did run my sewing machine across with a zigzag stitch across the top and the bottom pattern there, you can see. So it's across the top part of both sections. And as you can see, I am down now to not much. I don't have a lot of cardstock left. And because I cut that piece wrong, somehow I flipped it over. So I'm literally down to this. So I made it work. Now, this is where I pulled out my other doily punch, which is my smaller version. And it works because it's doily and doily. So it totally works. Now, this is where I'm obviously adjusting something there. Now, I'm just going along, doing the doily, just to give it a similar border. I couldn't do the big border because there wasn't enough. But, by the way, my dog in this photo, she is completely playing possum. And she thinks that I think she's asleep, but she's not. She's totally not asleep. And you can see in the middle photo, she opens her eye to look at me as if to say, keep patting me. I'm going to sleep. Keep patting me. She's a rat bag. So, yes. So then I got to this point and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Having that toned down pattern in the background and the colours at the front, black and white dog, but having the colours at the front, I thought I could be a little bit more game and a little bit more playful. So I decided to use some coloured letters these are from Creative Memories. And I do not know the colour because it's not written on them. But I'm sure they have something similar to that these days. But I've had these for years and years. Oh man, I'm out of drink. And I'm going to cough. No. Okay. Oh, I've still got some drink in this one. Oh, okay. I had lemon, lime and bitters and now I just had water. That doesn't taste great. Okay. So this all comes together. Then there's only one other thing that I do here. Now, the reason I put those stickers onto my wax paper is just so I could get placement right, because I don't like lifting up these stickers and putting them back down as much, because they just tear. So now I'm going around the edges. You can see me here. I've pulled out my really pale lemon. I'm so sorry. I'm pulling out my pale lemon flat back pearls. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm going along, and where these little diamonds are, I'm just popping a pearl in the center of each one. And I love how it looks, so much so that I did it over the entirety of the page. And I think it looks really good. I was originally just going to do it around the outside edge, but then I thought, you know what? It would add a bit more interest in the center of the page. So I went to town and I did it, because why not? It's, you know, it's that time of year. We can be crazy. We can just go all out. And I think it adds, because it's a lighter yellow, and because I've toned down the yellow in the background, it's still celebrating the yellow, but it's just a little bit more toned down. Now, I'm nearly finished, so I'm going to do my shameless plug. If you are new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I load up a new video. Load up 6 videos every week. And I am going to endeavour to do 1 live a month as well. And what else can I tell you? Oh, and I have my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below if you would like to help me buy supplies to be able to continue to create so much content. Now, I also have my Facebook and my Instagram links in the description as well. And if you jump over to the Facebook group, you can see all the still photos, or Instagram, you can see the still photos. Facebook is where I communicate with you guys a little bit and let you know what's coming, or you can ask me stuff, you can contact me that way. And that's the layout, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the pattern on pattern. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you can surprise yourself. I think it come together. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And I hate promoting myself. Ugh. It just sounds so obnoxious. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now, guys.